Hey folks, the Master Pimp from the Master Pimp Gaming Revolution. This is the intro to the start of the game. Hopefully you enjoy. This is in 4K, 2160p. Sure sounds good. It doesn't look too bad in 4K either. Alright. Gamma setting. Okay. I'd like to welcome you guys to my channel and first test run of the official
I am not a liar.
Ghost Recon
I have killed thousands.
Wildlands.
I have fed more drug fiends than the top 3 pharmaceutical companies combined. I have stolen children from parents, wives from husbands, wiped out entire generations. But lying, that I have never done. The rest are offenses against humanity. Lying is an offense against yourself. I am the head of the Santa Blanca organization, which you call a cartel. I had a dream. I dreamed of a land where we could grow our own coca, produce our own cocaine, where we could run our business free from interference from the police,
Definitely see some
the
screen
government,
tearing.
the army, the Yankees.
I'm gonna need V-Sync
In
now.
my dream, a woman's voice asked me,
Sueño, mijo, what if you had your own country?
like Moses, I led my people to the promised land, Bolivia. We came here. We bought the coca fields. What we couldn't buy, we took. We bought the police, the military, the judges, the politicians. We were on the verge of becoming the government itself, on the razor's edge from fulfilling my dream. Of creating a narco-state. The nation of Santa Blanca.
That looks really good in 4K. Wow. Couple V-Sync
Last
issues,
week,
it looked
a
like.
crude explosive detonated outside the U.S. Embassy in La Paz, Bolivia. 2 Marine Embassy guards were injured in the blast. 2 days later, a CIA asset in central Bolivia provided us with these images. Our analysts have identified the individual in the photo as DEA Special Agent Ricardo Ricky Sandoval, my friend. Sandoval had spent the last 6 years investigating the local cocaine industry. Our understanding is that Sandoval was the intended target of the bombing. What the embassy bomb did not accomplish was completed up close and personal. Sandoval was captured, tortured, and killed. Then his body was dumped. We have yet to recover it. Our target, the group responsible for the embassy bombing and the death of Special Agent Sandoval, is the drug trafficking organization commonly known as the Santa Blanca Cartel. Yesterday, they were just narcos. Today, they're narco-terrorists. Initially, the Bolivian government resisted the Mexican cartel. They formed UNIDAD, a Bolivian special forces unit. It didn't go as planned. Thousands of bodies later, politicians, police officers, and journalists have become an endangered species. The Bolivian government has imploded on itself. With no other options, the new president made a deal with Santa Blanca. You stop killing our people, we'll look the other way. Since then, Santa Blanca has turned Bolivia into the nexus of the South American drug trade. With their friends in Mexico, they also have a clear pipeline to the US and Canada. The only way to stop Santa Blanca for good is to completely dismantle them, piece by piece. The cartel is organized into 4 operations: production, smuggling, security, and influence. At the top of it all is El Jefe de los Jefes, boss of bosses, El Sueño.
So as you can see, they've really thought this out. If you've watched my 4K open beta play, you can see I was extremely happy and had a lot of fun with the way that they've designed this. So far, I mean, except for the few issues I was having, they weren't really issues for me, but other of my friends with this high CPU usage, which I'm not sure if it's ever been resolved yet, because I haven't played the actual game, which is what you're looking at now. But I'm only going to be doing the opening intro as of right now, until the rest of my friends hop on. So I just wanted you to see the opening intro. It's in 2160p, 60 frames per second. I have it locked on 60 frames per second. It shouldn't fluctuate. Again, if you see any slight screen tears here and there, that is simply due to my global settings on my GPU are not enabled VSync by default. So and that's just because for some reason with this game seems to have put my frames down to 30 when it's on 4K with VSync on. So I just prefer to be locked at 60 frames. But yeah, you can see they really have a nice backstory and everything. I'm liking it. We could probably go in. I might be able to kick on VSync real quick, and we'll see. I'll go ahead and start a new campaign. Let's see. I think I'm gonna have to go through character setup and whatnot. I noticed when I'm running in 4K, it's a lot less intense on the CPU usage when I'm running 4K on my computer, playing this game. At least in beta, I was able to only have about 40% CPU usage on my 4790K i7. When I run 1080, it actually jumps up to almost 70% GPU or CPU usage. I'm guessing the lower the resolution, the less intense that it is on the GPU, and it's handled more by the CPU. I can only guess. I don't know. Some things that helped other people too that I found out is if you play the game in full screen mode instead of the windowed mode, sometimes that if you guys are having like high CPU usage, maybe give that a shot and see if that helps out. I've seen quite a few people on the forums saying that helped them. Again, I haven't had any issues. My processor, it's running steady right at like 5 point, I don't know, 5 point, almost 5.1 gigahertz. It's not a super overclock. It's a 4.4 gig chip, so I just have it overclocked just because I can. It's on liquid, so why not? So I'm just waiting for this to load. Who knows if it even will load. Okay, so I'm just gonna fast forward through this because I'm worse than a woman buying shoes. I'm just going through looking at the different options and basically just what I want to have my character stay at. Upon completion of this, it tells me that I'm not sure I want to save everything because you can't change the gender or anything later. However, some of the stuff like the clothing and the attire looks like you're able to unlock it maybe further in progression or some type of DLC. So I didn't want to sit there and take up 20 minutes of your time while I'm sitting there trying to GQ my my guy out in a ghillie suit. So I figured I'd just save everybody the pain and just kind of speed it up a little bit. So there you go. I'm gonna finish up here and we'll see you guys at the next cinematic coming up. And finally, continuing with the intro. Sorry, I probably drugged that out a lot. I'm saving the parameters of my character to what they're gonna be, so I wanted to stick with them, make sure they were right. So
the agent they murdered. You knew
this
him?
intro.
He was a friend of mine.
Sorry for your loss.
I could say it comes with a job, but it doesn't get any easier.
No, it doesn't. Guess you've been down here a while?
I've been living as Karen Bowman, international aid worker, for just about 5 years. Means living rough, but as a cover, gets me out and about.
At least it comes with a chopper.
How'd you get in country? I flew in business class from Manaus. Hey, I'm refreshed and ready for work, right? I just hitched rides from Barranco, Peru. How about you?
I got on board a bus in Hui, Argentina, and drank all the way to Villa Zone. Nobody wants to deal with a drunk on the bus.
That explains why you smell like ass.
I do like the language in here.
I've heard rumors about you guys. I was a rookie field officer in Moscow when the coup went down. There was talk you were involved?
Nah, it must have been someone else. We were never there.
It's not every day you get to meet an urban legend in the flesh.
Huh, you should tell that to my kid. Maybe he'd listen when I tell him to take the trash out.
Is it hard being someone who doesn't officially exist?
You tell me, Karen Bowman, international aid worker.
I'm sure you've seen the horrible, fucked up shit humans are capable of when there are zero repercussions. But let me tell you right now, no matter how you compartmentalize, how you desensitize, you can't prepare for El Sueño. He's got a religious streak that rates pretty close to delusional. He's taken vows of poverty, chastity. If he's not in it for the chocha or the money, he's in it for the power. This joint task force is CIA, DEA, and JSOC. I'm your resident spook for this ride. Welcome to Operation Kingslayer.
Our briefing said there'd be the locals.
The Qatar is 26. They're a group of rebels who've been giving Unidad and Santa Blanca some resistance. We'll meet their leader, Pakatari, as soon as we touch down. The Libyans have a long history of hating us Yankees, but this time, let's hope the enemy of my enemy will be my friend. But don't turn your back on him. I'm not going to.
Four soldiers. This is the help you promised? That Sandoval promised? A single Yankee died, so you send a handful of soldiers. Hundreds of Bolivians have died from Santa Blanca's bullets. Where will my hundreds of soldiers come from?
As Americans, we aren't here, remember? These soldiers are the best covert ops team our country has to offer. With their help, you won't need hundreds of soldiers.
Are you familiar with the word Huber, Senora Bowman?
Meet Pakatari, leader of the resistance group Kataris 26. We will be working with the rebels to destabilize Santa Blanca's organization. They've been fighting Santa Blanca and corrupt Bolivian officials for nearly 6 years now. We'll need to coordinate targets.
There's no time for this. We have information on Amaru's whereabouts.
Amaru, you found him. Amaru is one of the founders of the Kataris 26.
More than that, her group is founded on his ideas. Without his theories of an agrarian proletariat, there would be no organized resistance against Santa Blanca and the corruption in our government. Amaru must be saved. If you were to assist my people, it would do much to earn my confidence.
Where is he?
We do not know exactly. We know he's in this province and that there is a Santa Blanca lieutenant who knows where he is.
I'll put a call into the activity, see if they can dig more intel out of the airwaves. Start looking for that lieutenant and keep me informed of everything via sat phone. Good hunting.
Saving Amaru is important to our cause, Yankee. Make sure you don't kill the Santa Blanca lieutenant before you get the chance to ask him questions.
So that was the whole intro. There's a lot of, if you're into the lore, it's definitely full of that. I mean, it really bothers me with this V-Sync. I know it makes it look better, but it's just it's really aggravating. I'm gonna try to turn V-Sync off again.
Time to earn your pay, people. Put on your game faces.
I tell you, I'm not too comfortable working with Pakatari and these rebels. Their kind of ideology always ends up with more bodies in the ground.
I love how, I mean, it's just,
End of the day,
you
this is a
shoot
revenge
something that
mission.
you'd expect
We
just
need
to
to
see
focus and get this done quick before we
nothing
get stuck between local
focused on
politics
it,
and the
it just-
firestorm of cartel bullets. First objective,
I don't know, it's
track
all
down that Santa
interactive.
Blanca lieutenant so we can find Amaru.
Wow.
it's very cool. Yeah, I can't start playing until my friends come around. 'Cause I told them I wouldn't, even though I'm so tempted right now to go mess some shit up. So that was the intro in 4K as promised. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. I know it's kind of long and dry, but there it is. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. If you guys would like to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. I'm also on Twitter at DeMasterPimp. Thank you for watching. This is another DeMasterPimp Gaming Revolution video. Again, I'm new to the YouTube scene, but I'm hoping to take over. I have other games as well. If there's a game that you would like to see played or reviewed or evaluated, please leave me a comment. I will probably be building the new Ryzen 7 AMD build shortly. I'm not sure if I want to use a Titan X SLI or not. Trying to figure out. I'm waiting to hear back from AMD right now to see if some of that will be possible. So thanks again for watching. Hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe.